All right, guys, today we are installing a Poison Spyder, I think it's a BFH II frame chop bumper on the back of my JK. They don't make this anymore. High Lift Off-Road actually had one sitting on the shelf, so we were able to snag one. I was gonna make something myself, but this is gonna do everything for me. So the first thing we've gotta do is cut this cross member out, and then we'll go ahead and butt cut the frame, get the bumper up in there and kind of see where it's going to live. And then we've got to 45 the frame horns. So we're going to start plasma cutting everything. I love plasma cutters. That would have taken forever with a grinder. We still obviously got some pieces to grind off here, but that took what, 5 minutes, Corey?
Yep.
Moving on. All right, guys, so we ground down everything. It's not completely finished grinding yet because we're gonna go ahead and make the angled cut. Like most people, we are not using directions. All we're trying to do is get this cross member butted up against the body mount so we can weld the body mounts back to the cross member. Corey went ahead and measured off the cross member and off the body mount. So we're gonna butt cut the frame, set the bumper up in there and see if it's deep enough or if it actually hits the tub. Hopefully we left ourselves enough room. And then once we get it up there and we like where it looks, we'll do the 45 cut. Look at that face think.
It's like art class. You're lucky I don't have my tongue hanging out.
At least you're not using your fingers.
To lick on, or?
That's glue. There you guys can kind of see what the cut's gonna look like.
It's tasty back in the day.
Those horses. So we're supposed to have a cut template that you bolt in and it tells you where to cut. We don't have that. We're gonna try to hold this bumper up and just kind of eyeball and trace where the edge of the bumper is supposed to be. We'll see if it works. I don't know. This is the most TBN quality fabrication job. That's actually pretty good.
For the holes that were marked on the other one, yeah.
Yeah. Good enough for who it's for.
I'm glad you said it.
Sure. So we need to butt cut it, slide it up in there.
Yeah.
Before we do the angle cut. Because that's our last chance.
Hold it up in there, just level with the top rail. And then at least you can do measurements back.
We can mark the inside then.
True.
I don't trust this at all. So from that line, what the heck did you mark? See, that does not look right. We got one shot at this and then we're making our own bumper.
Or just weld in a little bit of a gusset.
A little bit of a gusset. I saw the gussets on your axle. Hey, man. Lots of gaps.
The one I had was perfect when I cut the gusset in.
Yeah. The one of two, 50%. We got a 50% chance this is gonna work.
Now we all know you're good at math.
Jesus, only that math. Divide by 2. Well, cut it.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut it.
So you can see what we marked. We're gonna cut that straight line first. We measured from the back of the frame rail back here, and both sides are within a 1/16 of an inch. So for just holding it up and eyeballing it, I'll call that good for a micrometer. Icrometer. So yeah, one shot. We'll see how it goes.
My icrometer.
Your icrometer.
Looks great from back here.
What I heard was, if this sucks, it's your fault. I think.
My Jeep.
Oh, I do not trust myself. Wish me luck. Huh. I really didn't blow through that. Is it up all the way? Now I have to do it again. We're just going to use a hammer. Don't put your hand on the trigger and adjust it. Tech tip. Idiot. Normal guys working on their teams. Didn't say we were all idiots. Chances we got this even close. Hey, the frame warped. It needs shoved apart. That frame rail is beat in because I hit it on stuff. We'll just have to hit it with a hammer. Looks great, installed. This frame rail, when I put a square on it, it is bent that way a lot. I mean, we traced it. It can't be that wrong. It might just be too low. Hey, you're the trim master, Mr. Carpenter.
Yeah, that's wood. You can flex wood.
Oh, you can flex metal. You can put metal back together. Can't put wood back together.
That's what wood glue is for.
Ready?
Yeah.
It's just that guy right there. Okay, so I did my CAD drawing, cardboard assisted drawing. And this actually fits right inside the bumper, the cross member. So we're using this to try to figure out where our cut's gonna be since we don't have the template. You guys can see that. This is about as close as we're gonna get. There's probably gonna be some fudge factor here, but now a moment of truth. I think I'm gonna use a cutoff wheel. Plasma cutter gets a little wavy, and especially without a guide, that might be difficult. So we'll buzz this off and see where it's going to be. I wanted to get these as close as I could. Ignore my multiple lines there, but you guys can see this fits right in. It's got a bump up on that body mount right here, so we can weld everything together. I've seen another person do this, and they pulled this bumper all the way back in. I don't think we're gonna do that. I'm gonna cut these and see how it's gonna look. I'm not 100% sure how I would move those if I want to move those. I like how close it got, but then you have to end up cutting this straight and you lose the storage. I might be able to just use a skirt, so we'll get to cutting and see how it looks. Well, once again, I chose speed over accuracy, and now that I got a guide clamped on there, we're just gonna use the plasma. Wish me luck. So much faster. All right, there's one cut. Ended up pretty good. On to the other side. All right, we got it mocked up in there. It's close. Those cuts actually weren't too bad for not having a template. I'll take that. It's still gapped right here at the body mount, and it needs to go back about 1/4 of an inch. Not really going to be able to see it. Maybe down in there. So the back of the hitch is actually hitting the tub. I tried to mark where it is. You might be able to see in here too. Yeah, great mark, Seth. So the whole bumper can't go any more forward because it's hitting the tub. I'm going to have to massage that a little bit, and then all these gaps should close up. But for no template, I'm pretty happy with that. If we can move it back enough that I can get a gun down in here and weld the body mounts, then we're doing pretty good. Custom fabrication, guys. Massaged. We'll try it. All right, massaging helped. That gap's pretty tight. And this one's a lot better. This one was gapped on both sides. A lot better. We're gonna have to find some kind of filler material down here, but that shouldn't be an issue. So this whole top is probably either gonna get covered with a skirt or cut off. I haven't decided yet because it looks like crap right now. But yeah, looking pretty good so far. Okay, so obviously the next day, well, more than the next day, we went ahead and got the bumper powder coated. It's laying down here. I test fit everything, and I really like how these cuts were made. But we're still gapped just a little bit back here on the body mounts, and I need the body mounts to connect to the cross member. So I think what I'm gonna do, there's about an 1/8 inch gap, and you can see I've obviously massaged this a little bit. If I go ahead and grind all these cuts back down and suck that bumper back, I'm pretty sure we're gonna hit the tub, and I don't wanna do any more massaging to this. So I just made two 1/8 inch, flat stock spacers, if you will. And I think I'm gonna weld these to the body mounts, and then we'll weld the bumper to this. That should give me just enough to fill that gap back there. So we'll see how it works out. All right, I just tacked these in, so we're gonna put the bumper up here, see if everything fits, and then we'll burn everything in once it's set. Oh yeah, that's actually perfect. There you guys can kind of see where that spacer is going. I just needed a little bit. All right, we got most of it welded in. I went ahead and ground everything down because I want that smooth kind of factory look. We'll hit it with some paint here because obviously the powder coat got burnt a little bit. The bottom of this has a pretty decent gap, and instead of trying to fill it with the welder, I made just some little kind of filler material here out of 1/8 inch flat stock, and we're just gonna slide these up in here, tack them in, and weld around it, and then we'll just grind it all smooth. So that's what I'll be doing next. All right, guys, I got everything ground down smooth, filled those gaps. It's looking good. I'll hit it with some paint, and she's in. Not too bad of a project considering we didn't have any of the templates or any idea what we were doing. So there she is. It's nice and tight against the bumper, or against the tub. There's just enough gap in there that it's not touching anything. Overall, pretty pleased with how that turned out. I'll give you a little view from afar. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.
So we're supposed to have, wow, right in my shot.
I didn't know you were actually taking a video. What was that face again? Can you do that for one more time?
Blooper reel.
Why do you make noise when I start to record?